This video covers how to understand the details sheet. We begin with a scenario that has all the filing options. Here you see that both George and Martha elected early retirement, but continued working. Also, we entered an estimated death date for George of 2/2 of 2030. This death date will show the impact of survivor benefits on the details sheet. Notice that the headers have George and Martha's names and says for unsaved scenario. If I click on the Social Security Planner Sheet tab and hit save, it will create saved scenario number 140. Click on the Details Page tab to go back. You will now see that the scenario number is identified in the header after their names. Because this scenario is very complex, you will see data in each column. For this demonstration, I have turned on the column ID header in Excel so you can see the columns I am referencing by letter. For individual filing status, only columns A through I are shown. For a divorced spouse, only columns A and K through S are shown. Column A has the month and the year of the benefit payment. There are entries for each month until the youngest person reaches age 100 or both reach their estimated death date. Column B is the primary's reported earnings. What you see is the $990 for 10 months. That dollar figure corresponds with the $10,000 entered in the planned earnings for the primary in 2019 minus the $100 of deducted withholding. You can see here in the planned earning areas, there are also values of 50,000 minus 5,000. This is divided by 12 months, and 20,000 minus 200 divided by 12 months, and 30,000 divided by 8 months. All these earnings are expressed in this column as monthly amounts. Column C shows the earnings deductible. Each year, the Social Security Administration establishes the early retirement excess earnings deductible. This amount for 2019 is $1,470 per month for all months of early retirement, except the months that fall under the same year as your full retirement year, when the amount changes to $3,910 per month. Column D shows the multiplier for determining how much penalty to apply. The Social Security Administration takes 50% of your earnings after the deductible for all early retirement years, except the year you reach full retirement age. Then they change that value to 33%. Notice that when the deductible changed to $3,910 per month, the multiplier changed to 33%. The rules for working in your final year of early retirement are very generous. Column E shows the percentage of calculated penalty that the primary will be charged for working during early retirement. The balance of the calculated penalty will be subtracted from the spouse receiving spousal benefits. This shows that when the primary has earned income during early retirement, everyone claiming against the primary, except for a divorced spouse, is also penalized. Column F shows the dollar value of the penalty against the primary. The maximum penalty is 100% of the primary's benefit for the month, but don't despair. When you reach full retirement age, this penalty will be used to recalculate your benefits, and you will get this money back by age 85. Column G shows the dollar value of the penalty against the spousal benefit. The maximum penalty is 100% of the spousal benefit. Unlike the penalty charged to the primary, the spousal benefit penalties are not returned. If the primary or their spouse plans on earning money after the spouse files for early retirement, you should stay under the maximum earnings caps or don't file for spousal benefits. Column H shows the normal primary benefit that would be paid if there are no penalties. Please note that on row 167, September of 2023, that all the deductibles and multipliers have gone away. This is the primary's normal full retirement age, and all penalties stop here. Also note that in column H of row 167, the monthly amount has increased. This is the change in your benefits when the penalties paid by the primary will begin being returned. Column I shows the actual payment to the primary for the month. This value reflects the reduction for penalties. Next, there are entries for the spouse. Many of these are the same as the ones for the primary. However, you will see a shift in the full retirement age because this information is based on Martha's birthday. So column K is the same as B. Column L is the same as C, and column M is the same as D. Column N shows the spousal earned income penalty impact. If the primary did not consume all the spousal benefits with their earnings penalty, the spouse will get what remains. However, if the spouse also has earnings, like we are showing here for Martha, those benefits can be taken away to satisfy the spouse's penalty. Column O shows how much of Martha's own benefit, based on her earnings record, will be taken for penalties. In the example, Martha's benefit was $100. She took that early and got $73, and when she had earnings, that $73 was taken away. Like the primary's penalties on their own record, Martha will get this portion of the penalty returned after full retirement age as an increase in benefits. However, the penalties in column N are gone forever. Column P shows Martha's own benefit based on her earnings. This benefit would be Martha's even if she never married George. If you look at rows 105 to 112, you will see that Martha was entitled to this benefit before George even retired. Column Q is showing the spousal benefit that is based on George's earnings record. You will see that this benefit begins when George starts receiving benefits. Note, while being married, Martha must wait for George to file in order to receive spousal benefits. However, if you are using the future divorce feature, you will see the spousal benefits appear before George's benefits begin. Column R shows the survivor benefits. We included a death date of 2/2 of 2030 for George. This is where you see the impact. Starting the month of March 2030, all benefits cease for George, and Martha starts receiving survivor benefits. In column S, you will see the actual monthly payment to Martha. When George dies, you will see her monthly amount increase from $377 to $825. At the top of the screen, you will see a button labeled Refresh Screen. Sometimes changes on other sheets do not refresh the details. Hitting this button will ensure the most current version of the data is presented. At the very bottom of the list, you will see the message, "If you see nothing, try paging up or push the Refresh Screen button." If you previously paged down on the screen, your position is kept. When new data is entered in on the tool, the current row will not move back to the top of the sheet.